They were shocked. They pulled my hair and it was like a little piece of rope and it broke. She said my hair looks like it was bleached by a super incompetent person. Like,
I actually did it myself. Yeah.
Nice.
you know how perfume can make you feel powerful, seen like the best version of yourself? Well, the real crown is something we never take off. It's our hair. For years, I hid so much damage under the perfect hairstyle that I did myself and getting compliments for it. I made all the mistakes in the world, and I have been told that my hair is hopeless. Cut it off. But it's not the 90s anymore. There are hair products that can help us repair. So today I'm going to share my hair repair journey, the 5 biggest mistakes that I made, what works for me, my hair mists, and how to start loving your hair once again. And I will also do my own haircut. So my hair now is freshly washed. I will share in a bit the exact products that I used. And while it's getting dry, I will share the 5 biggest mistakes that I made. I remember this day as yesterday. I was wearing a pink jean jumpsuit and I meet a dog, the German Shepherd, big dog. And I used to love dogs growing up. So this big dog jumps with his front paws on my shoulder, and his owner says, "Come here, leave the boy alone." And I was heartbroken. Why did he call me a boy? Well, it was because I had super short hair. My mom used to cut my hair super short, and I would cry every time. And I remember her telling me, when you grow up and you take care of your own hair, then you can have your hair as long as you love to. As I grew older, I made mistake after mistake. I was never happy, actually, with my hair. And I can see a pattern here. I kept reliving this story, this state that my hair is not okay, because I was so familiar with this state. Nothing is hopeless. Once we become aware, we can do something about it. If you have ever made mistakes with your hair, with your self care, in any area of your life, know this: it's all fixable. If you can catch at least one of these mistakes, it will save you a ton of heartbreak, wasted money, and wasted time. Because I hated my baby hair, I started wearing a headband right here where my hair starts growing. And I would wear it immediately after washing my hair, so the baby hair would pull back. My forehead grew exactly what I wanted, but I shouldn't have done that. Another thing that I did was sleeping with my hair tied. I used to tie it up here in a bun, and I used the silk scrunchie, but still I noticed that the top of my head somehow feels rough, and I stopped doing that, and instead, like this, and then I will switch it like this, and then now use the silk scrunchie, and then it gets a bit loose, but it's fine. And then in the morning it also looks very smooth and exactly the way I want it. I like my hair to be straight with a little bit of waves. I no longer know how my hair looks naturally. It is curly, not super curly, but it has waves. Maybe I will find a picture with my healthy hair. But now you will see, when I will dry it, it will look like a broom. So I had a time in my life when I wanted it super, super straight, and I stopped using the hair straightener almost a year ago. I have been using the thingy that you wear during the night and have heatless curls, and I use that once a week. I have been sleeping with my hair tied and also pulling it back. I have stopped doing that. I discovered this natural products trend, And I started using hair smoothies, like 99% natural ingredients. These are some of the natural products I have been using. They did nothing for me. They only made my hair greasy and yucky. Our hair doesn't have a digestive system. And at least for me, these natural products do not work. Another mistake that I did was using this super popular product. It's Color Wow Dream Coat. It says it provides moisture, and I used this one as leave-in conditioner. So I was washing my hair using a conditioner and then applying this directly, thinking that it will provide all the nutrients for my hair when it's not like that. From what I understand, this is more a blow dry protection. So this actually contributed to ruining my hair because I was considering that this provides everything that I needed when no, it's not. This one is very, very good. After washing my hair, I apply this while it's damp, and don't apply just two sprays. You have to apply it all over your hair. I built my hair care routine following the advice from the blowout professor. You can go to his YouTube channel and follow the link to do the test to find out what kind of hair type you have. I have coarse hair, and my hair condition is super bad. The ends are very dry, and it's only been a month and a half since I had a haircut. If you have normal hair, you only need shampoo, a conditioner, and a leave-in conditioner. What has changed my hair completely is using a hair oil every day for my ends. I start with this treatment, a bond repair treatment, acidic bonding concentrate by Redken. I wet my hair and then I put a generous quantity of this all over my damaged parts, which is everywhere. Brush my hair so it's distributed all over my hair, and I leave it on for 10 minutes. Afterwards, I go in with a clearing shampoo, this one, scrub, 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 and it's super efficient. And I use it because I leave 3 days in between washes. I'm only using it once. So I go once with this, and then I go with the Guerlain Abeille Royale shampoo. After that, I put on the hair mask. I leave it on for 7-10 minutes while I do other things, brush my teeth, wash my glasses. And after that, I rinse and use a special towel. I let my hair sit for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes. And then I put on the leave-in conditioner. And after that, I go with this Freeze Dismiss Rebel Tame cream by Redken. This is a blowout protection cream because I use the blow dryer to dry my roots. I will go and do that now. If I am using a flat iron, I will also use this Redken thermal spray. I thought that there is only one heat protectant and it works for both the blow dryer and the iron when it's not. The cream is for blow dry and the spray is for the iron. After all is finished, I am applying this hair oil from Moroccan Oil, and this is so thick and it's amazing how my hair drinks it all up. Over the past year, I have tried to be the good girl, stop using the iron, and I have used all these heatless devices. I have been still using the iron in front for these pieces, but without the heat protectant. So that is one of the biggest mistakes I regret, that I have not been using a proper heat protectant for that flat iron. And the thing is that I have been making this sacrifice and having my hair look frizzy because I was not styling it anymore. And what I realized that I have been waiting for the future so I can really make my hair pretty. And in fact, during this time, the worst damage happened to my hair. And my hair is in the worst state that it has ever been. And the hairdresser told me to cut it all off, and I received so many bad advices. I am not putting the blame on anyone else. It's time to reclaim our power. I have been dyeing my hair at home for years. Now, when I look at the pictures, how I looked before and how I look now, I feel like my face is so washed out. And then I also got an obsession with having dusty pink hair, which only can be achieved if my base is light. So I have been in this chase of having the lightest blonde. And at the hairdresser, they told me to use a hair dye starting with 12. And I have been using Vela Colestone 12 special series. And because I have so much white hair, they also told me to leave it on for 50 minutes. And what happens when you apply hair dye for 50 minutes? And then at the end, for 10-15 minutes, I would distribute it all over my hair. It got burned. When I went to the hairdresser a month and a half ago, they were shocked and they pulled my hair, and it was like a little piece of rope and it broke. She said that my hair looks like it was bleached by a super incompetent person. It made me cry. And she wanted to cut it all off. And I said, no, just cut the ends and I can take it from now. Then I started watching YouTube videos. That's what's so wonderful about YouTube, that you can find information about any possible field you have. And then I found the blowout professor, and then I was introduced to this bond repair treatment, and that there is a chance. But still my ends are not looking great, so now I will cut them myself. And for that I will use the iron to straighten my hair so I can see exactly what I am cutting. I have been cutting my own hair in the past, a few years ago. That's how I was able to actually grow my hair. Otherwise, it would have been like this. I don't recommend doing this if you are wearing your hair super straight. Me, I like to wear it straight, but with my ends twisted. So it will not be perfect. The ends will not be super straight, but it's still fine. It will be healthy. And I remember a singer from Romania called Loredana, and she had her hair cut like this, like stairs. If I end up like that, no problem. I will say it's just a cool haircut. I have a professional scissor. Not really. It's a hair scissor, and I will show you how I do it. I'm gonna blow dry this. My roots, mainly. Beautiful, right? Look how my ends are very dry. Does it look okay? Yeah. Okay, so I will use these tools: the comb, the hair clips, the hair tie, the scissors, the hair straightener, and I start by sectioning my hair, and I take small sections and use the hair straightener, and then trim the damaged ends. The angle here is not the best, sorry about that. I know it is recommended to first have a blow dry with a brush, but I find that it's more damaging for me if I start pulling with the brush, because I'm not the best at the blow dry technique, and then use the hair straightener, it will double the damage. So I also checked if the length is the same on both sides, more or less. I don't want it to be perfect because I don't wear my hair super straight. I'm not going to the hairdresser to get a haircut because they are cutting a lot usually when I go. And I'm not going there to get my hair dyed either because I had some bad experience. I only went there 3 times in my life. The first time after I turned 18 to get some blonde highlights, and they made them super thick. And I remember one of my teachers calling me out, "You, the girl with hair in stripes." The second time I went in my 20s, and he made my hair ashy, super dark, and the haircut was again super short, and I ended up crying. And the third time was in my 30s, and I wanted to have a dusty pink, and it turned a bit red, almost orange. I didn't love it. It's also very time consuming. I don't like spending the entire day at the hair salon to get my hair colored, and probably I have not found the right specialist for me. I prefer to dye my own hair, and going forward I will actually stop. I will wait as much as I can, 3 months, and in the meantime I will use a hair gloss which is also tinted, a semi-permanent color, and after that I will do my own highlights, just a couple of them. I will do my own gray hair blending. I have a lot of gray hair and I used to dislike it completely, cover it all. I actually have great hair since primary school. I remember my teacher telling me that I have gray hair. I did not have an easy life. But now I am starting to embrace it because I found a YouTube channel, Rami Jabali Hair Salon, and he changed my perspective. Gray hair is actually silver hair, like hair that has been bleached, and it's also with this silver, and it's exactly what I wanted there. It's where I have a lot of white gray hair. The front part is the most delicate, and I'm trying to cut as little as possible. Also, regarding my bangs, I'm trying to grow them, so I'm just trimming them a little bit. The top of my head, the crown, had the most damaged hair. Now finally, the biggest mistake I made. And if you take something from this video, let it be this. The biggest mistake was my mindset. I was never happy. I had darker hair, I wanted blonde hair. I had curly hair, I wanted straight hair. Now that I have white hair, I wanted darker hair. Now that I look at the pictures, they are actually looking great. So I will stop taking my hair for granted. And this is the end result. I'm applying some hair oil to finish. I'm starting with the ends and then spreading it all over my hair. Also some for my baby hair that I started to love. My baby hair, yeah, and also for my bangs. So this is how the end result looks like. Oh, my favorite. Is it messy at the back? So, how do I look? It only took me 45 minutes to do this. As you can see in the back, it's not perfect, but I don't care. And I have my Loredana inspiration with her hair in layers. I think it is a cool haircut, even though it's not perfect. And I wear my hair in waves. Even when I use the straightener, I will twist the end, so nobody will ever notice that I cut my own hair. Before I went in with the straightener, I used this thermal spray. Yeah, I used it all over my hair. I used it first with my head upside down on top of the tub, sprayed it, and then sprayed section by section. It's recommended that you cover all your hair from the distance. Don't apply too much, less is more. And then you also brush it. It was recommended to apply it section by section right before you do it with the straightener. But I cannot because I only have 2 hands, and with the scissors and everything, I did it before. So This is a lifesaver. I will treat my hair the best that I can. Now you don't see any split ends because I cut them all. So I didn't have to cut my hair short. When my hairdresser told me to cut it, I said, no, no. I could see myself back in my childhood with short hair, and it would be a nightmare for me. My hair is my strength, is part of my beauty, so I couldn't do it. I will recover. I almost forgot about the hair mists that I promised you I will talk about. I have a few of them. I have La Vie est Belle. This is more in my playful. It's very nostalgic. I used to have La Vie est Belle as my signature scent. Then I also have Marfa. This is White Flowers, is my femme fatale scent. I also have Narciso, the hair mist, and Teint de Neige, the hair mist. And both of them are in my elegant, beautiful, feminine fragrances. They are powdery. I don't use them on my hair anymore. I don't use any of them on my hair because I want to recover. And I don't know for sure if it is completely safe, so I prefer to spray it on my hand. And it is much cheaper than the actual perfume. So for me, it works out. And I also have Lira by Zerjov. This is caramel, vanilla, blood orange. It is a very comforting scent for me. And Baccarat Rouge, the hair mist, of course. This for me is in the energizing category. It has citruses on the top, jasmine, amber, saffron. Beautiful. Compared to the fragrance or to the extrait, this is soapier. I don't use them on my hair anymore. I use them on my skin or on my clothes. The quote I will leave you with: look closely at the present you are constructing. It should look like the future you are dreaming. What do you think about that? Let me know below. And I hope my story has helped you feel less alone and know that it is never too late. If you are feeling stressed, stuck with your hair, with your fragrance collection, with anything in your life, know that it's never too late. It can always be fixed, and this is your sign to start. Share in the comments down below your story or a crown emoji to know if this resonated with you. Let's support and inspire each other to start a new chapter at any age in our life. This is how it looks like. You wouldn't say my hair was so damaged. Oh, and because I don't like my hair turning yellow, it is what it is now, but I have some gloss that I plan to use. If this resonated with you and would like to join me in my next chapters in my hair care, leave me a sign below.